find the doctor the oncoming storm.
So about 2 weeks ago, I put up a video in which I said I wouldn't be putting up any more videos for a little while, or playing any World of Tanks for that matter, because I was helping Jingles go through all the emails he received for his 1000k subscribers competition. And while it's true, I have not had any time to make any videos whatsoever. Um, it is dull work, just sifting through those emails, finding what the high damage is, and it's horrific. There's been about 3,500 emails, and we've still got about 1,200 left to go through, but we've gone through the rest. Um, so in between doing blocks of emails, I've been playing a bit of World of Tanks, and I had to really, because with all the stuff that's been going on recently, the 5 times bonus for your first win of the day, your double crew XP on tier 9 tanks, your extra credits on tier 5 tanks match, plus all those secret missions that we had no idea what they were, but I started getting prizes for them. I got an extra day's XP, extra day's premium here, some consumables there, and you sell them, get cash for them, and they're great. And what's more, the low price on all the consumables being half price. I don't mean consumables, I mean equipment. Being half price, I bought loads of equipment so that when I get all my new tanks, I'll have equipment already bought to put on there. So anyway, with all that in mind, I had to play a few games, and with that, I've concentrated mainly on my IS-3 and my M103, and I'm well aware that this is the first time I've ever shown you footage of my M103, and there it is taking a shot in the track. But the thing is, this tank was garbage. It had a tier 7 gun when it was stock, and it took me a while to get rid of it. With all the bonus XP I had when I got it, the first thing I did was bought the tracks for it so that I could put everything new on it. But that used more than half of my bonus XP, and I still needed 10,000 XP to upgrade the gun to the second tier gun for this, and that wasn't. But even with the second gun, this tank was still horrific, and I was having a horrible time with this tank. I wasn't enjoying it much, and I looked at the next turret for it, and suddenly, as soon as I got the next turret, I started having games like this one. And look at this. That there is the first time I've ever killed an E100, and I did it in my M103. And it's like I got the turret for this, and if you look at the stats on it, it has an extra 20 meters view range on it, and it rotates a little bit more. And I was thinking that, rotates a little bit faster. I'm thinking that doesn't sound like it's that much better, but it's got extra health on it, and just everything about it just seems to make your tank so much better. And this is that second gun that I was talking about. And with the second turret, this tank suddenly turns into what it's supposed to be. That is until you get the third gun for it, the Big Daddy gun, which I now have for it, but didn't when I played this game. I'm showing you this one just to show you what sort of games you start having once you've upgraded this. As I said, it's that turret. That turret is the turning point that turns this tank from being something that is just an awful grind to a beautiful, beautiful machine. I still haven't got the upgraded engine for it or the upgraded radio. I could get the upgraded radio right now, but honestly, I'm just saving for the engine. I'll contemplate getting the radio when I have to, but until then, I'm concentrating on that turret. On that engine. But yeah, I think one of the things that stopped me having a good time in this tank was the amount of times I got an assault game on Sand River. Now I like Sand River as a map. It's interesting. An encounter map is always fun, and a standard battle is always fun. But I hate it, absolutely hate it on assault. It doesn't matter if I'm attacking or defending. I have an awful, awful time on it every time, and I normally end up dead fairly quickly. It's the bane of my life, and for a while, every other game I played was on Sand fucking River, and it meant that the fun was being sapped out of this. I think I hate it more than I do El Haluf. You know, there's only one tactic you can do on El Haluf in a heavy tank, and that's head for that heavy tank corner. But at least there's one tactic you can use. On Sand River, on Assault, there's no tactic. You just have to hope that nobody sees you and that the rest of your team work well together, or you're going to end up dead really, really quickly. Okay, enough dripping about Sand fucking River. Onto the results page. As you can see, very good game for me. Although I have premium, you'll see that this result isn't doubled or times 5, though I wish it was. This is a 1,500 XP game for me. That is with premium, so it'll be just over 1,000 XP earned, over 60,000 credits, and of course the death of my first E100. Another one struck off the list for me. Not so concerned with the IS3. I've killed loads of them along the way. If we go to the team score, you'll see there I am in second place. Identical XP earned as the IS7 who's below me. You'll see he has a lot more damage than me. But obviously he's a tier 10, I'm a tier 9. I don't have to do as much damage or to get the same amount of XP, especially when my damage was on that E100. Found a weakness on it, exploited it. Brilliant. Also exploited the fact that the IS7 took all the hits for me. It was great. So yeah, there I am in second place. That Object 704 had a great game. Those are really high amounts of damage, although I now know from from viewing some of the replays that Jingles has had, while those seem high, and they're higher than I've ever got in any tank, I've seen stupidly high amounts of damage caused in some of those replays, and this is nothing. Anyway, on to the detailed report. Fired 10 times, 9 of them hit. All of the 9 that hit penned, and did just fractionally shy of 3,200 damage. I was hit 4 times, 3 of them penned me, and I took potential damage of 1,920. I damaged 6 enemy tanks and killed 2 of them, and also got myself a little bit of spotting damage, always nice. When all said and done, after all my bills are paid, I walked away with 41,000 credits, which came in handy because I'm saving up for the IS8, and I've now got all the XP for it, and so all the credits I can get will be helpful. Okay, so what we have here is a game played on steps with, again, my M103. It's still got the new turret on it, still got the second gun on it, but this again was just an epic game for me. I decided to do though it's an encounter map, and the flag's all the way over there, and it would be helpful if I possibly went to it. I went to the place where heavy tanks fight. I don't know, when I'm on steps I always like to go here. And you have to get there quickly, because if you wait too long, all the enemy tank destroyers will get into position and will fire into you and can leave you almost dead before you get into the cover of those rocks. The moment of danger is coming up here. I rush across here, but I don't think I'm quite quick enough. That Tiger 2's gone into cover, but there's other tanks there, and I think that T-28 just put a nice round into me. But not a great start for me here. Bounce off the side of that IS-8. And I'm not paying attention to my mini-map, which is always a bad thing, because if I was, I would have seen that coming sooner. But I return fire into the side of that Tiger 2, and I realise I'm about to get outflanked. So I go on the offensive here, and I've set that T-28 on fire. But someone else has finished him off. But I'm still having a pop at that Tiger 2, and somebody is helping me out here, because they're firing at that Tiger 2 that's behind me. I'm about to get outflanked. But I've killed the first Tiger 2, and I keep on round this hill to keep that hill between me and the Tiger 2. And now I'm being faced by weaker tanks, which is great because I can do that to them. I want to be careful here. Not that careful though. I'm on low health, but there goes kill number 3. And suddenly I'm not in anywhere near the danger I was in before. Missed that shot on the T-44, but now I've pinned him on a hill. He can't move. So, and what's worse is he can't pen me either. So I'm just taking my time, aiming for his commander's hatch. And there he is, kill number 4. Now I'm thinking, oh, is there a Top Gun coming here? 4 kills, 2 more, I've got myself a Top Gun. I don't have many of them. That would be really helpful. If someone's just killed that Tiger 2, I don't mind about that, because that Tiger 2, if he'd got round that corner, I'd have been dead, and this wouldn't have been half the match that we've seen so far. But there's not many tanks left. There's only 4 of them left, and I really do need 2 of them. And what's more, other tanks are closer. There's now 3 of them left. If I want that Top Gun, I really have to get moving. So I'm putting my foot down. Oh, that IS-8's on low health. Don't worry about the IS-8, you're not going to get him. Might be able to finish off that IS. No, the IS-8's gone. The IS is gone. There goes any chance of a Top Gun. There's just 1 artillery left. I've been having a good game, and I know roughly where he is, but the fact is our guys are capping. What the hell are they capping for? We don't need the cap here. We can win. I mean, no offence to the RT, I'm sure he's a great player, but he doesn't stand a chance against 14 tanks. The enemy team had an appalling game. You can see in chat there, no cap. And, oh, they found the RT. They've left him on 122, but we've captured. Can he be killed in time? Yep, someone got the kill in. I can it's okay. The people capping, they can have their points, and someone gets the XP for killing him. So it's not as bad. And so on to the results for that game. And look at that across the top. Good amount of credits, good amount of XP earned. Killed 4 tanks, you saw that. Damaged 5. Spotted that IS, even if I didn't do any damage on him. But if we look across the top, Mastery Badge 2nd class. That means I've done better than 80% of the people in that tank this week. 2nd class isn't anything to be getting excited about. 1st class and Ace Tanker are the ones you want. but I'll take a second class at this stage. You know, it's only got the second gun on it at this point. I will hopefully manage to get either a first or ace tanker on it soon, but you know, it shows that I'm improving in this tank. I'm starting to learn how it works, starting to really enjoy it, and it's a step along the way. Got myself a Reaper, never care about a Reaper, doesn't bother me. Got myself a steel wall. Clearly I was hit many times and managed to bounce them, so good result for myself there. Got myself a Spartan. I have several of those. It's one of those ones that, although it's an award and you get to keep it, everyone sees you got it, it's not one of those ones I really care about. There I am in top position. It's always good to be in first place. You can see, biggest amount of damage, highest amount of XP, highest amount of kills, even the highest amount of medals. Other people had good games, I had a great game. I would have loved to have got a bit more damage in at the end there, maybe got myself first class or even an ace tanker. Didn't happen, but still a good amount of damage done. The enemy team didn't really stand a chance. We lost 2 tanks in the entire game. Moving on to my detailed report. Fired 10 shots, missed with 1, bounced 1, everything else went through. Did 2,645 damage, was hit 11 times, so just enough to get myself that steel wall. Potential damage, if they'd all got me, I'd have been destroyed. But it didn't happen. So thank God for that one. Spotted 4 enemies, damaged 5, destroyed 4. And got myself nearly 1,500 spotting damage. I was unaware of that. Just another thing to add to a really great game. And of course the credits, when all said and done, walked away with nearly 30,000 credits. Brilliant game. Really starting to love this tank. I'll show more footage from this with the bigger gun very soon. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will catch you next time. Bye.